Welcome, Blessed Tribe. I just wanted to jump on really quickly to check in with y'all. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. I wanted to get on really quickly. Thank you to all of my new subscribers, my returning subscribers. If this is your first, second, third, or watched all the videos, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I just feel like I'm always just tapping in with my people. I'm praying for y'all behind the scenes. So I always know that Coach Jess, the mental health guru on the platform, I'm always rooting for y'all and trying to figure out what is a mental health motivational word for y'all. So God did give me a good word for y'all. So I hope you're ready. I thought about it before I got on. I said, okay, Jess, you got to get your lip gloss on. So, um, all Boston lip gloss, okay? And that's just my phrase I came up with just to be, just to clear the air, just so I won't be nervous. It gets my jitters out. So when I laugh sometimes, that's because I'm really nervous. And I have no reason to be because all God say is Jessica, just press play, get on here, be yourself. People are going to love you just for you. And sometimes when you have been mistreated or just not appreciated in a lot of departments in your life, you're like, listen, I don't really know if I can do this. I don't really know if people gonna be rocking with me, but I just appreciate you guys for just sewing into my gift as I'm sewing into your gift, sewing into you guys, and making sure that I'm providing a service, providing information, providing prophetic words that are gonna encourage you, get you back on course to being a person and the woman, the man that God wants you to be. So the word that God got for you today is you have just enough to get the job done. So you, the person watching this video, God said you got just enough to get the job done. And what made me think about this is that God was telling me, Jessica, I know exactly, and I wrote some things down because all of these downloads just be coming really fast. So when you start elevating the kingdom, listen, you got to be trained to go. You got to be ready to press play. You can't be nervous. Do whatever you need to do. I'll boss lip gloss, whatever you need to do to get on here and press play in your whatever your department is. Mine is mental health, but yours may be whatever it is: makeup, hair, nails, clothes. Press play. 7.8 billion people waiting on you, okay? And God waiting on you in the kingdom. So he said, far as you got just enough to get it done, he says he knew exactly how much trauma and stress and heartache you could take. So what, and God will give you revelation. He will speak to you and reveal to you in the craziest ways and the most divine, oddest ways, okay? And sometimes it's very comical. God will have you laughing, like laughing in tears, like, God, listen, I did not know you were such a comedian, okay? So building a relationship with God is definitely a relationship. It's a two-way street. You sow into it and it's going to sow back into you. So I was um, pouring one water bottle into another one. So I don't like to use anything to the last bottom drop. So like when it gets towards the bottom, I kind of just like set it down and go get a new bottle. So I am the recycle queen in my house. Like I love to encourage everybody to recycle. It just brings me some sort of joy, and I like to conserve the bottles, the natural energy, all that good stuff. So God, I started pouring. I had two of them. They was half. Both of them was in half. One bottle was just like not any bins or anything in it. So I was pouring the other one inside of it. And it literally filled up to the very, very last drop before it overflowed. So when it got, and I was like, well, maybe it's going to overflow. But I just kept going and going and going. And it ended up being exactly enough to fit into the other bottle because I didn't want to like pour both bottles down the drain because I knew they were mine. I had just set them around, so I was pouring one in the other one, but it filled it up to the tip top, and the last drop that went in there, God revealed to me. He said, Jessica, you got just enough to get the job done, not more, just enough. And I was just like, wow. Like it's mind blowing when you get these revelations or when you get these downloads because it's like, God, you just love me so much. You just love your people so much. And a guy say, listen, Jessica, you need to get on your channel and you need to share this with them. So I'm being obedient. I'm pressing play. I pray before I get on here. So uh, if you resonated with this word, I want you to like it. I want you to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because it lets me know, okay, Jessica, you're going the right way. Even though I already know, but it just supports the channel. It also makes other people able to tap into the channel. Because believe it or not, more subscribers, other people just jump on the bandwagon. So help promote the channel if you're getting value from it. And God just say, yeah, you know, he knew exactly how much trauma, stress, heartache, pain, how much gossip you could take, how much you could be stretched in order to be ready to press play in the kingdom, to do the job that he birthed you here to do. And um he knew exactly how much of anything to allow it to teach you the lesson and the skills you needed. So just to take example of relationship, if the relationship didn't work out, it was something in that relationship that he was going to be able to teach you to be able to get to the next relationship. Even my some of the previous jobs I worked in customer service, being a cashier, working with boys and girls with the YMCA, working in food and nutrition, things like that. God have given me so many lessons and skills that I can take on now to be a better Jessica in the kingdom. And God's saying for you, reflect on those jobs, reflect on those traumas, those bad relationships, reflect on those childhood adverse childhood experiences that you went through, being inappropriately touched. God had something in that he wanted to teach you. Anything good or bad that has happened in your life, God wanted to stretch you. He knew exactly how much, to the last drop, that you could take before you needed to be elevated, to be able to learn the skill to elevate your gift, or to get you to the place where you are, and where you are now, where you can prosper in the kingdom. And he knows exactly how many resources that you need. So you don't need to worry about trying to recruit and get and all this fancy stuff. I look at so many pretty backgrounds. God said, Jessica, you don't have that. You can get it, but that ain't necessary. You need to focus on the resources that you have, which is this amazing computer that I have given you to just get on here and be vibrant. You don't have the best lighting. You sitting in your kitchen and you got some beautiful fixtures up there, and it's gonna help you get enough light to be able to get on here and shine your light and shine your gift, to be able to empower people to not let certain things impact their mental health, because those things were not designed to keep you down. Those things were designed to challenge you, stretch you, expand you, so that you can get on a platform, or get into a room, or get into an organization, a business, become an innovator, whatever God gave you as a gift. Those things are supposed to help uplift you in your gift. It's supposed to teach you lessons so that you can be prosperous while using that gift. So even him gifting you as your children's mother or father, God say, I got a plan for those kids, and I knew that the trauma that you've been through, the neglect that you had as a child, people saying you was going to be a teenage pregnancy, people saying that you wasn't going to go to college and be successful. I don't know if anybody ever said these things, but these are negative things that people say to the underdogs in the family. Y'all know how they do. Oh, those such and such kids, they parents was on drugs, they parents is mentally ill, they ain't got no daddy, they don't come from a 2-parent household, all participating in domestic violence, they ain't got no food, they ain't got no lights, they ain't got no water, things like that. When those things happen in families, people cut those kids out. People think that those kids are never going to be anything, those kids are never going to thrive above the negative adverse things that they experience as children. But one thing y'all need to remember, if y'all putting y'all mouth on people's kids, is that those kids gonna grow up. Those kids are also going to be prosperous in the kingdom, because the harder and the hell that you have as a kid, the more your grit and your grind and your resiliency just picks up and takes off. And people like, listen, I don't know where you came from, but you ain't a part of this family. Believe it or not, those kids that y'all put y'all mouths on and say that ain't gonna never be nothing, and this is just me talking, this ain't even in my notes. People that when they say talk about you like that, or you remember them family members downing you and dogging you like that, those are the kids that grow up and just be a beast in the kingdom because they just have a different grind about them. It's a natural thing that's embedded in them that they just won't give up. They fight is 10 times as harder than a soft kid or somebody that came from a more luxurious background. So don't be quick to talk about folks, and make sure that you pray for your kids. My uncle had told me, told the whole congregation how in the morning before he takes his son, which is my cousin, to school, he prayed for his son. And that's something that I have started doing. I had already mentally been doing it, but I intentionally just start speaking out in the car. London, turn whatever you got on, turn the music off. God, let London have a amazing, beautiful, prosperous, non-drama filled, glorious day at school. Let no shooters come in. I just get to praying for her and over her life because God saw something in me. He knew exactly enough parenting that I had that's going to be able to push London into being the person that she's designed to be out here in the kingdom. God birthed her through my womb to be able to do something. So God even seen something in me that I had to offer her. So I even tap into that. God knew exactly, I think about those lessons. He knew exactly how much childhood traumas and life experiences, college experiences, graduate experiences, life experiences to put me through. He knew the perfect measurements. He knew the perfect mixes and matches of trauma and excitement and happiness and accomplishments. He knew the perfect blend to do to me so that I can be the mother that I am, the mentor, the model, the motivational speaker, be able to do everything that I'm doing now. And it's the same thing with you. God knew the perfect recipe, the perfect blend to do to you for to happen in your life. He knew exactly what kind of parents to give you. He knew exactly what type of traumas they caused or was able to help you work through. He knew exactly how much depression to allow you to go through. He knew exactly how much stress you can take. He knew exactly how many rumors you could take, how much people could just talk about you like a dog. God heard those conversations. He also told me he knew exactly. That's how I know it's the Holy Spirit that's working, because the same thing that I wrote down is able to just flow off my tongue. God said, listen, when those people talked about you, he knew when to remove those people from your life because he knew something that you did not know. He saw those conversations happen when you was loving on these people, talking about these people, promoting these people products and all this stuff. He he know their heart. He examines their heart. He knew exactly, when to take them out your life. And you're like, listen, God, where my friends at? Where my lover? Where my stuff at? Where my cousins and all this? God know when to separate you from people. God know when to take people out your life. He know that they double, triple dogged you out soon as you left. Soon as they hung up the phone with you, they went on to the next person to gossip about you, tell your business. God heard all of that. So don't keep praying for people to come back in your life that you don't know the whole story and why God removed them. God protects you also. He know when to take people out. He know when to have you on a roller coaster up high, and he know when to bring you down low to make sure you stay humble. And he knows exactly how much education, how much skill, how much training, the connections that you need to be able to prosper. He got it all figured out. Eric Thomas talks about it all the time. Run the play. And what I got from that word that he said, run the play, that means you need to play your part. You need to know exactly what you're supposed to be doing with these lessons. Don't let them defeat you. Don't let them get into your mind and rob your mind and rob you of an experience that you're supposed to be having here in the earthly realm. You're not going to be here forever. And he talks about that too. He talks about how you don't know when your last day is going to be, so you can't play around with it like you got all day to allow these experiences that you've had in life, even your educational experience, your experience as parents, your experiences on these jobs, your experience while just talking to random people in the grocery store. You don't have a lot of time to get these things accomplished. And he wanted me to get on here and share too about when I was in the education field, how people will orchestrate plans to destroy you or to undermine you and you not even know it. So when I was in the school system, I worked with a lot of beautiful women. I worked with a lot of, good professional people. But I was in a situation where my principal, she I was actually pregnant at this time, and I was pursuing an education to go back to be a teacher. I've always wanted to be an educator. I've always wanted to help people. And she told me at one point, Jessica, if you complete your program, you're going to be able to renew your contract. I just had London. This was in the month of September. As school usually picks back up in August. So I had London in September. I don't even think I had London at this time. So anyway, she just did not agree to. She had told other people that she wasn't going to renew my contract. So in my mind, I'm going to have a newborn with no job soon as I got the information. What she did wrong was she went and actually told other educators. And it's a small town, so it doesn't take long for words to travel or for people to find out, the person that you're doing it, find out like, wow, you're just not an honest person. God wanted me to learn from that lesson that sometimes people will orchestrate plans behind the scenes to destroy you or to get you off of the path that he have you on. Or that could have been his way of getting me on another path so that I could be here with you on today. But it was a hurtful thing when I went through it, just to have somebody in power just to say, well, we're going to undermine you. But anyway, throughout the drama, there was a blessing. So I was able to land another job like in 3 weeks. And it really just helped propel my professional life, because I was able to move on to learn more skills, just like learning the skills of getting on a computer, learning how to record, learning how to like look at the camera, like little things that I learned along my journey. But God wanted me to just get on and tell you guys, he know exactly how much backstabbing, how much happiness, how much blissfulness you can take. He know exactly how much trauma, stress, anxiety, depression, rumors, negative talk from family, friends, people that don't even know you. And that's one thing that just grinds my gears. It's just people, they don't like you and they don't even know you. They ain't even take the time to say hello. They just went off what somebody else said. So yeah, he know exactly how much of that stuff you can take. And just like you trust all the important people in your life, you need to double and triple trust your father, your dad, and your creator. So God just wanted me to get on and encourage y'all today. Listen, just like how I was pouring that water in that water bottle and it filled it up to the last drip drop. He know exactly how much you need, how much you could take, what resources you need. He know what your kids' purpose is. He just needs you to run the play. He just need for you to step into your purpose, start doing what you're supposed to be doing, using the resources that you have, and he wants you to begin to use your spiritual gifts to serve one another. And I just wanted to get on and share this beautiful word. I hope it blessed you, because it made my heart so, so happy when he just told me I am enough. You have just enough resources. You don't need anything outside of you to be able to produce the purpose that I gave you to be here. So the same thing with you. Think about the purpose, or pray about the purpose that God asked you to be here for. What is something that you can do that people just love? They eat it up. They say you can just do it in your sleep. You just bring them so much joy and peace and happiness when you do it. You may not always like doing this thing. That's another thing. It will exhaust you. I was speaking with another content creator and a coach, and she agreed with me. Like, yes, this work is very exhausting. Following Jesus is very hard. It's very exhausting to be obedient, to even be on here and to be able to step outside of my norm. It's a commitment. It's something that you have to do to be able to do what you're here to do. So I wouldn't be able to create content unless I actually took time to create content. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this word today. Know that you have just enough to get the job done. You are the woman. You are the man. Don't let nobody else tell you different. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to start putting more pictures of me in London and just our day to day. So if you want to get more into my laid back life, outside of just creating content, follow me on Instagram. I have my website available. I'm still accepting individual coaching sessions. I did decide that I am going to be giving away one free coaching session per month, and that's just to help people who may not financially be in a situation to invest, or somebody who is on the fence. You just don't know if you can take a next step forward. I'm going to give you your introduction, your mandatory introduction fee, your mandatory introduction session free. I'm going to pull out some people that drop comments. I know most of you guys have already subscribed. So if you comment below this particular video, I'm going to put all of the names into maybe like a cup and then have London pull it. And I'll let you guys know who is the winner of that. So I probably am going to give it, I would say probably until, let's say Friday. I'm going to give it into Friday at midnight. And then I'm going to let you guys know who's going to have the free introduction session. So, all right, I love y'all. All Boston Lip Gloss. Go out, be fabulous, have a beautiful day. Subscribe before you leave. Come right back here tomorrow, and I'm going to be giving you guys another mental health motivational word. God bless.